Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. So this is my second Zelos, both of them hammerheads, but this one was on my radar for a little while from when they announced it. It's the Hammerhead version 3, but it's in bronze and a mother of pearl dial. I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures, you see the wrist shot now, but it is a beaut. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it, I was trying to talk myself out of buying it because obviously, well, not obviously, at the time I bought this watch, I'd kind of overindulged a little bit in watches I bought for the channel and stuff, but I had to stretch to buy one. This was $369 at the pre-sale, pre-release, and which equated to about £300. And for bronze, bearing in mind it's Zelos, so you know their quality, they got a great reputation, and the mother of pearl dial with that bronze and stuff, it just looked like something I needed to get my hands on, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll know if it's faulted to deceive, or again if they've knocked it out of the park, because Zelos do produce really nice watches. I had the Hammerhead emerald dial, loved it, but I had to flip it just because it was a bit too big for me. It was a bit of a weighty boy, and but I'm hoping this one, although the dimensions are pretty similar, I'm hoping it's not, and I might keep it. I don't know, time will tell, but by the end of this, hopefully you'll know if it's for you, and if it is, please pick one up. I'll leave a link taking you to the watch in the description. It's not an affiliate link, it just makes your job or life a little bit easier. But I'll stop going on, let's have a look at the watch, and without further ado, let's get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys and girls, so this is the watch, and as a new packaging, very substantial packaging as well. Metal watch box that it comes in is pretty phenomenal, given I bought this for sort of £300. Nice inside, it's got enough room for 3 watches as well as some straps at the side, and at the top it's got the sort of brass warranty card that comes signed. I'll leave all that to the side because that's not really the most important part, but the packaging, yeah, it's very, very nice. This would probably cost you sort of £50+ just to buy that box, so yeah, I don't know how Zelos do it quite often, but there's the watch, guys. Really enthusiastic to get this watch in. You'd have seen my community post more than likely. I was thinking about holding off, but I couldn't, and this one sold out pretty quick, and you can kind of see why. Beautiful watch. So this is the mother of pearl with bronze, is what they're calling it. Inside it's running an automatic Seiko NH35 movement. I'll bring up some information about that movement now, just so you can have a look at some stuff. 24 joules, usual good stuff. This watch, the movement is rugged, reliable, and I've said many times at this point that you can't really go wrong with an NH movement in your watch. Yeah, a big fan of the movements. The construction of this watch, aside from the crystal and the case back, is bronze. CUSN8, I think it's called, bronze. So that's the bezel, case, crown and pin buckle clasp, all bronze, signed as well, as you'd see there. The case thickness of this watch is 14.7mm. The case diameter, I measure from the 9 to the 3, considering obviously the crown's down at the 4 o'clock position, is coming at the 44.1mm, and when you measure with the crown included, going from the 10 to the 4, it was coming in at 48.4mm. Quite a big crown. No bad thing really, gives you a lot of knurling and stuff and lots of purchase on there. The lug width is 22mm, and the lug to lug, tip to tip, is 48.9mm. So as much as it's quite a big watch, I'm glad the length of the watch isn't too big, which should make it a lot more wearable for a lot more wrist sizes. The case back, as I already alluded to a moment ago, I'll turn it around so you can see it, is stainless steel. I've had this on my Hammerhead version 3 emerald dial I've got before. Beautiful, deep etched, lots of writing going around the edge, and my one is 276 of 300 because it was a limited run. They only had a certain amount of numbers they were selling, so yeah, I had to jump on in there quite quickly. The bezel is 120 click unidirectional bezel, and actually, considering it's bronze, because their bezels do feel a bit different. I'll let you listen. Spare me 1 second. Yeah, the clicks are okay, very audible. No bounce, no back play, which I'm sure you'd expect with Zelos, given that they're kind of known for their quality. And as you can see, it all lines up perfectly. Excuse my hands were in the way. You do need to get some purchase on it. It's a little bit stiffer than I probably would like, but I'm sure that will wear in over time. And the crown is situated down in the 4 o'clock position, and it is signed, and it does also light up, which you'll see in a little while. The strap that it comes on is rubber. It's got a few holes there just to help it breathe. And to be honest, it's been feeling okay. I would like a bit more taper on there if I'm honest, but yeah, it's been wearing very nicely on the rubber strap. And the crown, excuse me, the buckle is also bronze, and it's signed with the Zelos logo. Nicely brushed, nicely finished. You're starting to see little bits of patina. I've only worn it for a couple of weeks now, but you're starting to see that happen. I'm looking forward to that happening. Just adds a bit of a different look to the watch. The crystal covering the dial is a sapphire crystal. Looks sort of, it's either single domed or double domed. Probably double domed or flat, to be honest, excuse me, given the fact that there's no distortion. So it's either double domed or flat, I'm not exactly sure. The water resistance of this watch is 300 meters, so that'll give you 30 atmospheres of water resistance, and the weight will appear in the top right hand corner. It's in around 137 grams, but that is a fair bit of heft given it's only on a rubber strap. But let's have a look at the dial now, guys, in a bit more detail. So you've got a minute track going around the outer edge, that's white. Inside that, you've got a mother of pearl dial, really, really stunning dial. I really hope that you're able to really make that out. You've got applied indices everywhere, slightly smaller indices at the 6 to make way for the date window. I do like it when they put the date window down at the 6 o'clock. It just sort of doesn't mess up the symmetry of the watch. And the people like me that have got a bit of OCD, that is fantastic. Hands and indices are very much in keeping with each other. Very, very nice. And it is all loom filled, so I'll bring that up now. So as you'll see, the bezel, hands indices and crown, they're all loom filled, and Zelos do not mess about. I think they're pretty much well known for their loom, and they're not messing about here either. Very nice. Yeah, as I said earlier, also NH35 movement inside, but let's have a look at the dial just a little bit more actually. So you've got Zelos printed on just below the indices at the 12. Let me take the crown out, excuse me guys. Pops nicely. Let me take it, let me do 20 past 8, so let's do that now. Leave it around there. So yeah, you've got Zelos printed on just below the indices at the 12, just above the date window at the 6 o'clock. You've got Hammerhead in the same sort of colour writing as what you have on the bezel on the hands. And then you've got 30 meters, 1,000 feet, excuse me. I like the fact they've got that colour pretty much bang on in all 3 places. Nice bit of contrast and consistency with the colours. And you also get those sort of tones off the mother of pearl dial as well, which is stunning. I must say, the bronze mother of pearl dial, they complement each other so well. And I do like the fact they've gone for gold indices and hands just to sort of tie it all together. As I said, NH35 movement. Take it out, it will hack. Put it back in, it will start back up. You can hand wind it, obviously, to add some more juice into it. First position, you can scroll through and change the date to whatever date you're on. Put it back in, charge it back up, and then screw it back up. As I said, the knurling is done fantastically on this. No problems with purchasing, no problems with screwing and unscrewing. Done to a very, very good standard yet again by Zelos. Only my second Zelos, but I can see why people love them. But let me just pop it on the wrist quickly, guys, give you an idea of what it looks like on my wrist. My wrist is just above a 7-inch wrist for your reference. I do have to wear this sort of, there's only 2 more holes that you can fit it on. So you probably go down to sort of 6.5, maybe a little bit less. And there's sort of several more holes that you can put it into. So all the way up to probably 9.5-inch wrist. And that's what it looks like on my wrist. Really stunning piece, guys. Not to let the cat out of the bag too early, but this is staying in my collection and this ain't going nowhere. But yeah, that's what it looks like on my wrist. If you've ever watched before, you'll know what's coming next. What I do now, I go with the pants and Pukka section. If you've ever watched before, you know I always start with pants. I like to go on a high with Pukka. So what I think is pants, given the price point, given the build quality, given everything you're getting, it was a struggle with this watch because I think it's a banging watch, to be honest. The only thing I'd mention is the strap. Not bad quality, feels substantial, but the main thing I'd just like a little bit more taper. Whereas the 22mm lug and it doesn't taper. It just feels a bit big as it goes round your wrist. Could have done with a little bit of taper. Even if it only tapered to 20, that would have given it something. So yeah, the strap, yeah, that's all I've really got, to be honest. What I think is Pukka, much more, no surprises for a lot of stuff I'm going to say. The dial, that mother of pearl dial is quite something to behold. Yeah, really beautiful dial. The loom on this, as you'd have seen earlier, is just ridiculous. Zelos put so much loom on their watches, no messing about. Also the hands and indices finish really nicely, really sharp, really clean, and like I said, gold to sort of keep it in keeping with the sort of bronze colour of the watch. The bezel, in terms of, like I said, it's a bit stiff, but it lines up nicely. The loom's good on it, no bounce, no back play. The fit and finish, in terms of the finishing, generally all done to a very good standard. You can see why Zelos have built up such a great reputation. The wearability, let me just sort of add to that a little bit. So I had the Zelos Hammerhead version 3 on a bracelet. It wore a bit big. I don't know how I've done it, but on this rubber strap it wears better. Hugs the wrist nicer, as you would have seen, and feels much nicer on wrist. So yeah, the wearability on this, given that they've used a rubber strap, I don't know how they've done it, but it feels a lot nicer on wrist. The watch box it comes with, as you've seen, a metal watch box that fits 3 more watches in and some straps. That's phenomenal as well. Really good quality. This one's metal. They used to offer wooden boxes, which I was happy with now, but they've gone to another level with this one. And the price, like I said, I picked this up. It was $369, which translated to about £300, say £300. £300 for this watch, I think is an absolute steal, to be honest. So yeah, the price. Just to surmise what I think is Pukka, as I go with the dial, the loom, the hands and indices, the bezel, the fit and finish, the wearability, the watch box, and the price. Oh, blimey, that is some list, isn't it? But anyway, guys, that'll take me on to would I recommend the watch. And given the fact I've got a shopping list for Pukka, I think, you know, yeah, of course I would. I think if you can get one of these, hopefully they'll be back in stock soon. Definitely pick one up. Absolutely beautiful watch. I'm very happy with this. But guys and girls, please let me know what you think about this watch, and maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as always say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and always watch your time. Take care, guys. All the very best.